field course in anthropogeny, or the Anthropogeny Field Course, is our attempt to provide anthropogeny specialization students, these are grad students from 8 different programs at UCSD, ranging from the social sciences, psychology and linguistics, even visual arts, to the natural sciences and biomedicine. The hope is to provide them with several weeks of experience of the importance of fieldwork, given that evolution takes part mostly in the field, not in labs, and most of them don't work in the field. So to experience firsthand what it means to study fossils, to study non-human primates, and to try to study human societies that still live without agriculture or monetary economies, and increasingly, of course, changing their ways of life.
I was most struck by actually getting to see the research being done by professionals in the field. You had bird people, bat people, rodent people, all there on site to kind of go through these bones and figure out how to put these clues together to tell us more about evolution and the past. And that's just those animals there. We still have our human ancestors as well. Getting the opportunity to see the behind the scenes work that goes into the papers that I've read about was absolutely incredible. Then making our way from there to caves at Altamira was incredible.
Gorgo crater, that felt really important to me, just seeing that amount of biodiversity in one place. I don't think I've ever experienced anything close to that in my life, especially with such large animal species. That felt a little bit surreal and amazing. And just the fact that we got to see elephants and rhino and these little tiny cats and then lions, and these big ungulates. It's not just biodiversity, it's these massive animals all in one place being supported by one type of environment. And you're just really tempted to look back and think about how we evolved in similar environments and how we supported ourselves on the path to becoming modern day humans.
still struggling to figure out how to talk about my time with the Hadza. It's really affected me to see how kind and cheerful and fulfilled they all are, or the ones that we interacted with were just exceedingly kind and charismatic, and you couldn't help but also be laughing even across a language barrier where I think we'd have to translate multiple times in order for us to communicate with language, but through gesturing and the things we did together, there's still plenty of communication, and I found myself laughing with them somewhat regularly.
ESA was really cool in that we got to see behind the scenes of chimpanzee research and actually follow the researchers and what they were doing and try to keep up and not make much noise. And I knew it was hard work, but I didn't think about how difficult going through that brush was going to be for 14 hours a day, which some of them have done in the past before, pulling double shifts. And that to me takes an incredible amount of determination to do that and dedication to the research you're doing. I think a lot of people will somewhat fantasize about chimpanzee research, say, oh, it's so cool, you get to be out there in the bush, you get to be out in nature all the time. But I think a vast majority of people would spend one day at the research site and say, this is great, but I don't want to do this again for the rest of my life.
many ways, this field course acts like a time machine by immersing the group in experiences of ancient fossils, ancient tools, ancient art, ancient landscapes, and ancient ways of life. But it also lets the group experience the many difficulties in studying fossils, archaeology, ecology, non-human primates, and other human societies, where all of these have evolved, which is in the field. We kindly ask that you consider making a contribution to CARTA to make such experiences possible for future students. Thank you.